This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
Electricast.
Billy and Wyatt ride around the United States on their motorcycles, taking it easy, enjoying life, but experiencing both the best and worst of humanity. Say hello to the beautiful and emotionally raw Easy Rider. Hello, I'm Ethan Janakis, founder of the Cinematic Revelations movie review and interview blog, and welcome to my Cinematic Revelations podcast. This is a podcast for those seeking more depth out of their cinematic experience, to separate the filmic wheat from the chaff, and to bring notice to those films which deserve reappraisal. Today I will be analysing Dennis Hopper's 1969 film Easy Rider, starring Mr. Hopper himself, Peter Fonda, and Jack Nicholson. Easy Rider is about two freewheeling bikers who ride across the United States, seeking freedom and to find themselves. But they meet a tragic end. Overview. Dennis Hopper was an actor who began his movie career as a young adult and directed 7 feature films over the space of 25 years. His second movie, The Last Movie, 1971, was about a horse wrangler involved in the filming of a movie in Peru and how his life immeasurably changes after being involved in this project. Critically derided at the time of its release, with poor box office takings, it hampered its director's ability to make another film for some time. Mr. Hopper's third film, Out of the Blue, 1980, was a total change of pace from his previous movie. The character study of a young woman obsessed with Elvis Presley and punk music, it was much better received than the last movie, specifically due to its direction and performances. Grittier in content was Colors, 1988. An examination of gangs and associated violence in Los Angeles, as seen through the eyes of a veteran policeman and his younger partner. It was well received not only critically but also at the box office. The opposite could be said of Dennis Hopper's next film, Catch Fire, 1990. Despite starring Jodie Foster and an illustrious cast in a tale of a woman pursued due to her witnessing of a mafia killing, it did not do either good business financially or critically. Mr. Hopper's penultimate movie, The Hot Spot, 1990, was in a similar predicament. Crime was again the focus, this time with a man robbing a bank and becoming enmeshed not only with the police but also the town's female inhabitants. Dennis Hopper's last feature film, Chasers, 1994, was a comedy about 2 United States Navy men assigned to take a seaman female prisoner to jail, this woman capable of doing anything to get away. Easy Rider was Dennis Hopper's directorial debut and one of his most insightful motion pictures. The story of 2 bikers riding across America, searching for a slice of happiness and not finding it, is well explored and executed by the director in Easy Rider. Dennis Hopper achieves this in a number of ways. Mr. Hopper captures a time and place in the world with exactness and sensitivity, especially highlighting feelings of disenchantment and displacement on the part of his protagonists. The America of the late 1960s, with all of its understanding and also lack thereof on display, is demonstrated by Mr. Hopper through his characters, with both their reactions to and impact they make with their presence on the world they inhabit. Being oneself and finding one's true self are high on this film's aspirational radar. Easy Rider looks at how the natural presence of his characters is threatening to certain others in the story world, and this in turn brings themes of being the outsider, racism, and other concepts to the fore. These are the strongest aspects of the movie, which are the most memorable in retrospect. Easy Rider, though, is a picture which has elements which have not held up as well over time. While Easy Rider has a contagious aura of freedom, which is not to be discounted, especially in the many motorcycle scenes, some of the segments of the film are not as sturdy as others. In the 1960s, the commune scenes would have possibly been more relevant than now, but these definitely could have been shortened. Even though these introduce one of the characters who ride along with Wyatt and Billy, and has a purpose in the movie, they seem to go on a little, with one part of the film especially enervating to watch. More so than the commune sequences, the LSD dropout scene with Wyatt, Billy and their companions is interminable. It does not add much to the film except excess weight, and if eliminated or substantially edited, would not have been missed. Something else which subtracts from the film is the fact that Wyatt and Billy are drug dealers, which makes them somewhat less sympathetic on one level. While the tragedy of the finale is palpable, having them involved in legal activity takes away somewhat from the devastating effect the film strives to achieve. In spite of these flaws, there are many things which recommend the film as one that must be seen by those seriously interested in cinema. Easy Rider, on the whole, is a landmark movie that set trends in cinema and has a definite place in cinematic history. Acting. 3 acting contributions are the most prominent in Easy Rider. As Billy, the anxious, slightly paranoid biker, Dennis Hopper brings a nervy, jovial energy to his role that can be contrasted with Wyatt. As Wyatt, Peter Fonda exhibits a cool, philosophical outlook that works well as the more subdued of the 2 bikers. The small role of boozy, curious lawyer George Hansen is made memorable by Jack Nicholson. A performer who excels in roles where he is called upon to display his dominant personality. Here he is more knowing, understanding, with a vulnerability lacking from some of his other portrayals. Soundtrack. Easy Rider has an eclectic soundtrack with an extensive collection of rock songs of the era playing as non-diegetic music. Tunes such as Born to be Wild, I Wasn't Born to Follow and Kyrie eleison, to name several examples, not only illustrate, in many cases, what is taking place on screen, but also immeasurably add an atmosphere of excitement and zest to the movie. Mise en scène. Laszlo Kovacs' cinematography is first-rate, highlighting the many beautiful, rugged places which Wyatt and Billy visit on their travels. The film is shot extensively in many locales, which gives the film a sense of verisimilitude, and is notable, historically, for showcasing locations which would be vastly different now than what they were at the time of Easy Rider's filming. Notable acting performances were by Dennis Hopper, Peter Fonda, and Jack Nicholson. Is the film suitable for young viewers? No, as there is female nudity, adult themes, medium-level violence and drug use. I award Easy Rider a B grade, as it is an above-average movie. I hope that you have enjoyed my peek into the world of Easy Rider. In the next podcast, I will be showcasing Daniel Petrie's controversial 1974 picture, Buster and Billy, starring Jan Michael Vincent, Joan Goodfellow, Pamela Sue Martin, and Robert Englund. You've been listening to the Cinematic Revelations podcast. I'm your host and producer, Ethan Janakis. If you like what you heard, please leave us a good review and subscribe wherever you listen. For more, be sure to visit my blog at cinematicrevelations.blogspot.com. Until next time, stay well, stay safe, and happy cinematic travels.
Hi, this is Jennifer Rizio. Are you ready to create more freedom in your life and your business? Join me and my amazing guest experts on Asked and Answered by Soul, where we discuss life, love, and business and provide you with the answers to those really big questions. Who are you, really? Why are you here? And what does it all mean? Tune in wherever you listen to podcasts, and don't forget to share the magic with a friend.